that right?
धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद. धन्यवाद. Okay, good. धन्यवाद. Good. Okay, good. I'll do that. Thank you. Okay. One more thing.
Good morning. We shall begin the inaugural function with a silent prayer. Thank you. Hearty welcome to the inaugural function of Aicera 2020, jointly conducted by Departments of Computer Application, Computer Science, and Information Technology, Amal Jyoti College of Engineering, Kerala. Amal Jyoti, founded in 2001 by the Catholic Diocese of Kanyarapalli, has risen within a short span of 2 decades as one of the top-rated professional institutions in the states for its numerous facilities for teaching learning, research, consultancy, internship, skill development, and entrepreneurship. The college has been contributing to various research initiatives to face the novel change due to the pandemic. Amal Jyoti has been conducting Aicera since 2011. This is the beginning of the fourth industrial revolution, with more research and application development in the fields of artificial intelligence, augmented reality, and big data analysis. We are at the launchpad of Aicera 2020, the 10th edition of the series, providing a platform for interaction among academicians, engineers, and research scholars on innovative advancement in the field of computer science and information technology. Without further ado, I would like to welcome Dr. Isabel Lakaparambil, Principal, Amal Jyoti College of Engineering, former Director, CDAC Trivandrum. He is a perfect blend of academics and administration. His in-depth knowledge in science and technology and leadership style is an inspiration to many. Sir, I invite you to deliver the welcome address.
Dear Chief Guest of the day, Dr. Iva Wong, our manager, organizers on and off dais, expert speakers, dear participants, and my dear colleagues of Amal Jyoti College of Engineering. A very good morning to you all. I would like to introduce Amal Jyoti College of Engineering as a new generation technical institute started in the year 2001 and is currently offering 10 BTech programs in engineering, 9 MTech programs, and 2 streams of MCA. Amal Jyoti College of Engineering, Kanyarapalli has been organizing series of international conferences, Aicera, Annual International Conference on Emerging Research Areas since 2011. Every year, annual conferences having themes of the modern nature are held under the Aicera umbrella. This year, we are conducting Aicera 2020 and is giving an international forum for networking the researchers involved in computing and communication systems for the fourth industrial revolution. This includes subjects like distributed computing, cloud computing, software engineering, multimedia, green computing, etc. During this pandemic period, all over the world, researchers in various domain expertise have experimented with the computing and communication systems to deliver their knowledge. People got a general literacy in using the system that are based on computing and communication, irrespective of their background and age. I would like to enter into my duty of welcoming you all. We are honored to have the presence of Dr. Eva Wong, Director, Center for Holistic Teaching and Learning, Hong Kong Baptist University, as a chief guest to inaugurate Aicera 2020. I take this opportunity to formally welcome Dr. Eva Wong on behalf of the college and the organizers of Aicera 2020.
Thank you.
Our beloved manager, Reverend Dr. Matthew Picard, is a general educationalist having a holistic approach in modern education system and is guiding our activity. Agreed to preside over this function. On behalf of the organizers and on my behalf, I formally welcome Reverend Dr. Matthew Picard. Our chief guest will be introduced by Professor Manoj T. Joy, HOD CSE, and Dr. Soni C. George, Dean Research, will be giving felicitation. I formally welcome Professor Manoj T. Joy and Dr. Soni C. George. Organizing an international event is a big task. I welcome Dr. Juby Matthew, who took an instrumental role in organizing this event, coordinating overall mechanisms that span or a period of time which will continue for successful closure even after this formal event. The big team behind Dr. Juby Matthew, the HODs of CSE, Professor Manoj T. Joy, MCA, Reverend Father Ruben Totombora, Professor Siju George of IT, and the team of faculty and staff need a special welcome for this great effort. Participants have joined us with great enthusiasm to learn and network through their contributions. On behalf of Amal Jyoti College of Engineering, the organizers, and on my behalf, I welcome each and every one of you and wish you all a good time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Father Dr. Matthew Paikat, manager of Amal Jyoti, endeavors to instill social value, principles of personal excellence, and care for others. Prior to being appointed as manager of a prestigious institution, he worked in Switzerland from 2005 to 2009 and served as Vicar General of Diocese of Kanyarapalli till 2016. Father, I invite you to deliver the presidential address.
Today's honorable guest, Dr. Eva Wong, who inaugurates this international conference. Dr. Isadvi Lagaparambil, Principal Amal Jyoti. Dr. Sony George, Dean Research Amal Jyoti. Professor Manoj T. Joy, HOD, Computer Science Department Amal Jyoti. Dr. Juby Matthew, convener of this conference. Eminent speakers, and my dear participants. A very good morning to everyone online for this event. I too offer a warm welcome to Aicera, AICT-sponsored International E-Conference. Thank you for tuning in. Amal Jyoti College of Engineering was established in 2001 and has been since procuring excellence in professional education, empowering and molding tomorrow's future with exemplar knowledge and values. Our vision is to be a center of professional education, research, and support, and make significant contributions to individual and societal empowerment. Our mission is to create technically skilled, top-tier professionals with a sense of social commitment through our quality career-oriented courses conducted by high-profile faculties, complemented with interactive learning process and cutting-edge technology. Aicera provides a platform for open communication, knowledge and idea exchange on the most recent developments in the fields of technology and engineering. Amal Jyoti has been organizing a series of international conferences. Aicera Annual International Conference on Emerging Research Areas since 2011. These conferences provide an international forum for spreading innovative ideas and finding in the field of computer science and information technology. The 2020 edition is combinedly organized by the Department of Computer Applications, Computer Science, and Information Technology. The Computer Science and Engineering Department of Amal Jyoti is the largest family in our college. It is one of the best units that has added exuberant glory and pride to Amal Jyoti. The Department of Information Technology set out its meritorious expedition 2001 with a mission of equipping students to become highly skilled IT professionals with merit and value. The Department of Computer Applications was established in 2009. And since then, we have been empowering graduates in engineering, science, and commerce to meet the challenges of the fast-growing sphere of technology. Aicera 2020 is a 3-day event, and the conference consists of keynote lectures, workshops, tutorials, and oral presentations on various core aspects of engineering and technology, such as artificial intelligence, augmented reality, cybersecurity, and blockchain technology, to just name a few. The theme chosen for Aicera 2020 is Computing and Communication Systems for a Fourth Industrial Revolution. We have Dr. Eva Wong with us. Dr. Eva is the director of the Center for Holistic Training and Learning at Hong Kong Baptist University and Principal Fellow, Higher Education Academy, UK. She focuses on professional development in teaching and learning of faculty members, assisting in the implementation of the outcomes-based approach to teaching and learning. She has worked in multiple tertiary institutions in the United Kingdom and Hong Kong in the past 35 years. She has also presented and published her exemplar work in these respective fields. We are privileged to have a person with such knowledge and experience in the field of education, engineering, and technology with us. I would also like to appreciate the efforts that AICT is taking, especially in this pandemic period, to bring forth the quality in technical education by reforming education system so as to adapt to the situation, and by continuing to provide full support for international e-conferences like this one. I am honored to welcome you to Amal Jyoti. Once again, I cordially welcome everyone to join us on this learning journey. I hope you find this program interesting, valuable, and worthy of your time and effort. Thank you all for joining us, and please do enjoy the rest of this knowledgeable and fact-filled sessions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Father. I invite our ever salutacious Computer Science and Engineering Department Head, Professor Manoj T. Joy, to introduce our chief guest.
Respected Manager, Reverend Dr. Matthew Paikat, Principal Dr. Sylvie Lagaprambil, Chief Guest of the Conference, Dr. Eva Wong, Dean Research, Dr. Sony C. George, Coordinating Department Heads, Reverend Father Ruben Thotupuram, HOD Computer Applications, Professor Shiju George, HOD Information Technology, Convener of Aicera 2020, Dr. Juby Matthew, staff members and participants of this conference. Very good morning to one and all present here. The duty that is bestowed upon me is to introduce the chief guest, Dr. Eva Wong, to this conference. Dr. Eva Wong is the director of the Center for Holistic Teaching and Learning, CHTL in short, at Hong Kong Baptist University. The center has major responsibilities for professional development in teaching and learning of faculty members, especially by assisting in the implementation of the outcome-based approach to teaching and learning. It also supports the university's e-learning endeavors, collecting evidences for the assessment of students' attainment of learning outcomes, and helping students' whole-person development with the aim of enhancing student learning with a holistic approach. Dr. Eva was educated in the United Kingdom, received her first degree in electrical and electronics engineering from University College London, and a PhD in information systems from the Abertay University, Dundee, Scotland. She has worked in a number of tertiary institutions in the United Kingdom and Hong Kong for past 35 years. And Eva's current interest and expertise are in the area of enhancement of student learning through the use of engaging and learner-centered pedagogies leveraged on e-learning, in which she has published and presented a lot of papers. And we are honored to have such a erudite personality with us. Once again, welcome to this conference, Dr. Eva Wong, please.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah, I think I had a little bit of a echo, but it's gone now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Thank you
perfect.
very much. Thank you. Principal Lakapam Rampils, forgive me if my pronunciation is not right. Reverend Picard, Professor Joy, Dr. George, Dr. Juby Matthew, my good friend, Dr. Banu Thomas, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and namaste. I hope I got that right, namaste. I am deeply honored, really deeply honored, and very humbled to be invited to give the inaugural speech for this esteemed conference, Aicera 2020. I understand that this is the 9th edition of the conference, sponsored by the All India Council for Technical Education, AICTE. And this esteemed conference is organized by the Departments of Computer Applications, Computer Science and Engineering, and Information Technology of Amarjyoti College of Engineering, Kanjarapalli. And this international e-conferences focuses on computing and communication system for a fourth industrial revolution. Now, again, please forgive me if my pronunciation was not correct, but I tried to do the best I could. And I said I'm deeply humbled. It's true, because despite the fact that my original bachelor degree was in electronic and electrical engineering, I haven't actually been doing much work in the engineering scene for the past 35 years, just to show you my age, right? And so I actually am very worried that my sharing later on in my session will be too low level for the audience, engineers and computer scientists. So please forgive me, because my interest is in e-learning and e-assessment. So I can't really talk about computers and system for industrial revolution, but perhaps what we can discuss is what we call the new normal in higher education. I don't know whether the term new normal is common in India, but it becomes very common in Hong Kong because we have been caught by surprise, I think, by this COVID-19 pandemic. We thought it would disappear in 2 months or 3 months, but then it has lasted almost a year. So everybody has to work hard to make everything work. And in education, it actually given us the opportunity to fast track e-learning. I heard it just now when your principal and the reverend was talking, the All India Council for Technical Education has been very supportive in making sure that the infrastructure and the resources are available, because in the end, the e-learning is the only way that we can work in this pandemic. But then pandemic causes emergency, and we have to react to the emergency. But we cannot work on emergency all the time. We get fatigued. But what we can do is to learn from the emergencies and bring forth, transition what are the good practice in e-learning and e-assessment, and bring them forward into after the emergency, to what we call the new norm. So when I discuss new normal with our colleagues, either in Hong Kong or in other places around the world, we actually feel that there are 3 major elements of the new normal. First of all, the space and the location becomes really worldwide. Students can take courses anytime, anywhere, from any university around the world. Look at us here. Many people from India, I'm from Hong Kong, there may be others joining from other parts of the world. So the students will do the same. So space and location become transcendent. Secondly, the modality of instructions will be changed. We are used to face-to-face. For centuries and centuries, we have been doing face-to-face. Suddenly, everything is online. Now in Hong Kong, and then we have the spooks and the spocks, the massive open online courses, the small private online courses that we actually bring forth with flipped classroom. Now, recently in Hong Kong, at least in Baptist University, we actually have, in this semester, we have gone what we call mixed mode. So we have a group of students in class in front of us, and then another group joining us online synchronously. So we actually have synchronous mixed mode classes as well as asynchronous learning through SPOCs and MOOCs. So the modality have changed. And then, of course, because of these, the teaching and learning and the assessment design have to be updated, because we cannot bring a closed book handwritten exam into a totally online situation or in a mixed mode situation as easily as a face-to-face situation. So we have to rethink. Now, in the end, what is the most important element that will make these three issues about the new normal take off? In my humble opinion, it will be you or us, all of us in education. Teachers and instructors have been working extremely hard, dedicated. Academics have been working extremely hard in the pandemic because we all want our students to continue learning. And when the pandemic passes, when we go into the new normal, it will be your excellent work to adapt and adopt the new normal continuously to the new normal to continuously benefit your student. So I actually, from an education perspective, I think the academics, the teachers, the instructors are very important for us to move into this new normal and make a success, to continue to help our students learn. With that, I would like to express my sincere gratitude again for your kindness in including me in this exciting and prestigious conference. So thank you very much and wishing you a great conference. So thank you, and I would venture to say it again in Hindi, which is Dhanyavad. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for touching up on the new normal in the educational perspective, hoping to hear more about it in your session. Thank you. Research and innovation marks the progress of any civilization. Dr. Soni C. George, Dean Research and Development, has been instrumental in promoting research culture in Amal Jyoti. I invite you, sir, for the felicitations.
President of the function and esteemed manager, Reverend Dr. Matthew Paikat, revered principal, Dr. Aicera Parambil, chief guest of the function, Dr. Iva Wong, Honorable Director, Center for Holistic Teaching and Learning, Professor Manoj T. Joy, Head Department of Computer Science, Dr. Juby Matthew, Convener Aicera 2020, respected keynote speakers, distinguished delegates, deans, heads of departments, and faculty. A warm good morning to you all. Tremendous changes are taking place worldwide in all facets of life. Unfortunately, the present pandemic is decelerating progress much. Individuals, societies, organizations, and industries are looking for the best in all possible ways in these circumstances. The concept of Industry 4 is a wonderful step in this regard. Industry 4 aims at smart manufacturing by smart people using smart skills. Smart skills are actually focusing on expertise in emerging areas such as Internet of Things, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and data science. In this perspective, the international conference Aicera 2020 is a promising platform for understanding the recent developments in these prominent areas and exploring their future advancements. It considerably motivates us that several eminent speakers have joined with us for sharing their vast knowledge and research experience. I would like to congratulate the organizing team, especially the dynamic convener of the conference, Dr. Juby Matthew, a young man of outstanding initiative. I also congratulate the respective heads of department, Father Rubin Thotubaram of Master of Computer Applications, Professor Manoj T. Joy of Computer Science, Professor Shiju George of Information Technology, and all the members of the department for their excellent teamwork and professionalism in making this conference a grand reality. Aicera stands for Annual International Conference on Emerging Research Areas, and it is organized every year on a most technically relevant topic. Aicera was launched in 2011 on the theme of computers and communications under the laudable initiative of computer science headed by Professor Manoj T. Joy. Now we are at its 9th edition, and I wish and hope that all the deliberations of the conference will enlighten the delegates and give insight for a better and continuous learning. I am sure that it will motivate younger academicians to enter into research, leading to greater contributions to mankind. I presume that all delegates will actively participate in discussions and think beyond boundaries. Hope this conference will develop new concepts, skills, and initiate long-standing collaborations for the creation of a smart world. Best wishes to all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's my privilege to invite a person with great perseverance and dedication, our program convener, Dr. Juby Matthew, to propose a vote of thanks.
Good morning, all. Respected Manager, Reverend Father Dr. Matthew Paikat, Principal Dr. Aicera Parambil, Dr. Iva Wong, Dr. Sony C. George, Professor Manoj T. Joy, delegates from the various states, teachers, students. As we come to the conclusion of the inaugural ceremony, the duty I stand here for is to propose a vote on this occasion. On behalf of the Amaljodi College of Engineering, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Iva Wong, Director, Center for Holistic Teaching and Learning, Hong Kong, Baptist University, for being a part of this conference as the inaugural speaker. An education leader credited with the numerous achievements, her works on the use of engaging and learner-centered pedagogies were recognized at many levels, securing the prestigious University Grants Committee Teaching Award 2020. Dr. Iva is strongly associated with our sister concern, Marine College, and I especially take this opportunity to thank Dr. Binu Thomas, Professor, Marine College, who facilitated the interaction with Dr. Iva. As the pandemic settles down, we look forward to Dr. Iva and her team to visit our campuses, and hopefully we can look up for the collaborative venture. Once again, I thank Dr. Iva for the proactive participation in this program. This program has been organized under the auspices of All India Council of Technical Education and extends the support we have received from AICT towards organization of the event. In spite of these adverse conditions, are praiseworthy. I thank the delegates of the AICT for supporting this Scopus Index e-conference. The staple factor behind the success of a conference event is the publication and its provider. We were fortunate enough to associate with IOP Publication as the publication partner. This edition of Aicera, the annual International Conference on Emerging Research Areas, a prestigious Techno Summit of Amaljodi, is the first to be held in the form of an e-conference and entirely. Among the 120 papers received, we had 5 papers from the international participants and our 60% hailed from the other states of India. The acceptance ratio is 45%. Around 340 participants from all over India have registered in the conference. As a morale booster for the upcoming and inspiring researcher, the genuine and credible works for participants will be published in the host institution's proceedings, which are recognized ISBN validity. At this juncture, I thank the authors, internal reviewers, and external reviewers for their inspiring support. I extend the warm gestures of appreciation to our manager, Reverend Dr. Matthew Paikat, Principal Dr. Aicera Parambil, Bursar Reverend Father Benny Kodiberthamutil, Deans, and HODs for wholeheartedly extending support for this event, and to all on the dais for being a part of the inaugural event. At the advisory level, we were excellently supported by Reverend Father Rubin Thotapuram, Head of the Department of Computer Applications, Professor Manoj T. Joy, Head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, and Professor Shiju George, Head of the Department of Information Technology, for steadfastly mentoring and supporting the conduct of this event. I thank the team behind the conduct of the conference, the teaching and non-teaching staff of various departments for unfailingly engaging the conduct of this program. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. We have come to the end of an official inauguration. Thank you, delegates, for your precious time. Participants, please remain in the meeting. We'll start our first session by Dr. Iva Wong in 10 minutes. Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello?
Ma'am, would you like to share your PPT now?
Yes, yep. Shall I start now?
We'll check the PPT and see how it is.
Okay, let me see. Okay. Share. Okay. Okay. Can you see? Okay.
Yeah, it's okay, ma'am. Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Good. I think what I'll do is I'll put this on the below. Okay. Shall I start now?
We'll take two more minutes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. You let me know. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely, ma'am.
Okay.
Welcome back. We have Dr. Eva Wong with us. She'll be handling our first session on deployment IT and e-learning to assist students attain attitudinal outcomes. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Now, I think last time when we met, I used this to say good morning to everyone, and nobody said that I did anything wrong. So I continue to use this Hindi phrase. I hope it is okay. Once again, I am very honored and deeply humbled by your kind invitation for me to talk about our experience at Hong Kong Baptist University. And I want to thank Jyothi College of Engineering for this very esteemed invitation. Thank you very much. So today I'm going to share with you, just now when we actually have the opening ceremony, I talked about the new normal, Today, I'm going to share with you some experience we have on 2 projects using e-learning and with a lot of data. Now, these projects started well before COVID-19 hit us. But interestingly, because of COVID-19, we actually move into a new way of actually doing things. And the 2 projects seems to work very well. So this is in outline. I have changed the order a bit. I actually talked about the CC Game project first, and then before the AI project. So let's start with a brief introduction of my university, Hong Kong Baptist University. I will include a link to our latest video, so you may actually like to take a look afterwards. It was established in 1956 with the whole person education as our ethos. And since then, we actually have developed into a very comprehensive university with 3 big faculties, 4 schools, and 1 academy. And we have students covering from sub-degrees to doctorate degree, about 12,000 students with about 2,500 staff. Now, we are a liberal arts university, and we aspire to be a leading liberal arts university in Asia, delivering academic excellence in a caring, creative, and global culture. And our Christian heritage remained high on our mission, because that's how we started and how we will continue. But I must stress that we are not only accepting Christian students. We are a government-funded university, so we are open to everybody in Hong Kong as well as around the world. And in 2018, our president and the senior management published a 10-year strategic plan, which will cover our work for the next, from 2018 to 2028, and with a midterm review in 2023. Now, within that strategic plan, the #1 priority is best student experience, because after all, a university is actually charged with a very important task of nurturing our next generation. And so we are committed to nurturing graduates who are creative, caring, and ethical leaders who will contribute to the development of Hong Kong as well as the region. I would like to draw you in particular to this picture. It's actually taken by one of our graduates. He is a graduate in social science faculty, but since before his graduation, he actually started taking pictures. And this is an award-winning picture on one of the highest mountain in Hong Kong, looking down into Hong Kong. So hopefully when COVID-19 disappears, some of you will visit us in Hong Kong again. And I look forward to visiting all of you in Kerala as well. Then a look at the world in the 21st century. Now, even before COVID-19, the 21st century is actually very hard on our graduates. And that's why I'm showing you the video of our cat, or in fact, it's my daughter's cat now. So saying that it's not really catching mice only, they have to catch water now. Because the global problems are getting more and more complicated. The global warming, the trade wars, diseases and viruses, and of course, natural disasters. So all of these things are global problems getting very complicated. And there are very urgent human issues that must be resolved. Clean drinking water for all, zero hunger around the world, bridge the digital divide for sustainable cities and communities, all within the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. So, and of course, on top of that, the proliferation of IT. When Plato said the direction education starts, a man will determine his future, we know IT in education is not going to go away. In fact, it's going to be deepened. So in a sense, we have a global society marked by challenges and opportunities. issues are too complex and too significant for individuals, IT forces collaboration or enables collaborations across regions, but yet IT is not without its baggage. For example, with the proliferation of IT, the issues of academic integrity and ethics deepens because people see things all around them so easy to use. Why can't I use them without thinking about plagiarism, without thinking about copyright issues? And furthermore, as we said, issues are too complex. So how do we encourage people to work together across regional borders using technology? So two major questions. How can we link abstract academic integrity and ethics concepts to students' everyday realities? How do we motivate students to learn to work with different people to address global issues creatively with technology? And this is where I would like to share our two projects. Well, before I share my two projects, we actually have to look at what people before us have said. Winston Churchill, a very respected UK statesman, said, "Never let a good crisis go to waste." And with us Chinese, we always put the two words together, crisis and opportunity. When there is crisis, there is opportunity, and there is turning point in opportunity. So perhaps the COVID-19 is giving us a crisis, but also giving us an opportunity to turn things around. So for us at Baptist University, it is actually written in our graduate attributes about academic integrity and ethics, responsible citizen with an international outlook and a sense of ethics and civility. And it's also written in our graduate attributes that our graduate must work together in productive teams. Two issues which are phasing us and creating, giving us crisis as well as opportunity for the world. So this is the two projects supported by the University Grants Committee of Hong Kong that I would like to share with you. The first one I will talk about is about this cross-cultural, cross-interdisciplinary project enabled by game. And basically, we want to develop multidisciplinary and multicultural competencies through gamification and challenge-based collaborative learning. And the other project is to reinforce the importance of academic integrity and ethics in students through blended learning with a deployment of augmented reality. So I will talk about the CC game project first. After showing you the project team, of course, these are joint projects that HKBU led, but in collaboration with other universities. So the CC game project, developing multidisciplinary, multicultural competencies. It actually has two major goals: to better prepare our students to work in multidisciplinary and multicultural teams, and to motivate them through gamification and challenge-based learning. And of course, with the cross-cultural learning and cross-cultural, cross-disciplinary, we actually want people of different talents to work together so that they can actually solve the issues that I mentioned before. Also, because we are actually faced by challenges, so the challenges has to be real to actually cause learning, and we are making use of the game situation to encourage learning. So with this project, we are particularly relating to the Sustainable Development Goals of the UNESCO or United Nations. So in 2018, we signed an MOU with the UNESCO Hong Kong to really help to promote the awareness of the Sustainable Development Goals. Then in 2019, we actually run 2 activities. One of them is to create questions for these SDGs, and then an e-tournament to answer questions on the SDG. Then in 2020, we actually run a second run of the SDGs, covering all 17 of them, with more students from different parts of the world joining the e-tournament. And the e-tournaments basically is to help students with the awareness. It's actually for making them work interculturally, so helping them with the intercultural competence, as well as helping them with collaborative learning. I will elaborate on the intercultural competence and collaborative learning as we move on. So it's basically a 2-stage play. Basically, first of all, we actually asked the students to register for the game, and we formed the teams for them. The major reason to form the teams for them is to make them so that they are all interdisciplinary and intercultural teams. No team will have more than 2 persons from the same region, and we make sure that they are from different regions and different discipline. Then we actually allow them some training on team building and strategizing, how to play the game, knowing each other. And then finally, they will play the game. It's a tournament using a popular game called Bagamble, which they actually can play on the phone as well as on the computers. And because it's actually running for a few days, the team, being from different places with different time differences, can play the game together to actually conquer land and make territories their own. So in the 2 tournaments, we have students from different places around the world and also in different disciplines. This is a map showing them. And at this point, I would like to make a special thank you to our partners in India, Marian College, Kutikanam, and Lady Dock College. These 2 colleges worked with us and encouraged the students to join our e-tournament very enthusiastically. And the results are actually very encouraging. First of all, we want to know whether they enjoy the game. And in both tournaments, when the 2019 running and the 2020 running, they are strongly agreed that they actually enjoy. Now, when we know that when students learn, they need to be in a safe and enjoyable environment, they will learn better. So we actually knew that, okay, with that, it's helpful that they are learning together. Then we actually want to look at what about the impacts and outcomes and impacts of the tournaments. For example, do they become more aware of the SDG? Now, from the questionnaire, we actually knew that there are more than 70% more aware of the SDG, with an accuracy rate when answering questions between 60 to 70%. With the highest accuracy on responsible consumption and production. So we know that the students are aware of the SDG. They're answering the questions correctly with one particular one, which is really close to their heart. What about intercultural competence? Are they actually working better together? Well, we actually found that when we actually used this global index to actually look at the mean score, it actually has gone down before and after. So before the game, they actually thought that they are very culturally competent. But after the game, the mean has gone down. So what does it mean? Well, when we actually do focus group interviews, we found that students have become aware that the intercultural competence was not as high as they thought. They really thought that they were very international beings. They know how to handle or work with people from different cultures. But after the tournament, they found that this is not the case, because really from the discussion, because we collect, apart from this questionnaire, we also collect that discussion either in the system, in Moodle or on WeChat or on WhatsApp, and they actually admitted that they were arguing. They didn't understand why certain people think in that sort of way. So as a result, they realized that they were not as competent as they had thought that they were. So this is, despite the dropping, is a good sign. They become more reflective for themselves. But what about collaborative learning, the third element that we want to look at? Well, key factors have become more positive. They actually are more, they show more commitment in team build leaders and team learning. They actually encourage each other, and they have more empathy towards each other. So basically, they found that we found that the e-tournaments have actually impacted the students in the three elements that we were looking for. Also, we actually do text mining also on the collaboration, personal learning, and problem solving. In particular, we want to look at the results of the top teams versus the bottom teams and see, is there any reason why the top teams are performing better? Now, in both 2019 and 2020, despite the same kind of training and the same kind of composition in terms of the cross-cultural and cross-discipline teams, we found that the most significant thing about the bottom working team or the bottom performing teams is that they spend a lot of their time and energy on collaboration, and forget something about problem solving and personal learning. Whereas with the top learning teams, their time spent on the three important elements are more or less the same. So that means they spend time collaboration, they spend time doing personal learning as well as problem solving. And that helped them to win in the tournament, because in the end, they need to answer questions. They need to solve problems within the tournament, either individually or together. So that's how the top learning team or top performing team are working better. And this actually gives us insights into, now if we actually want students to work in groups, how do we make sure that they don't spend time just worrying about how to collaborate, but have to focus on the task as well. So it is important that if you actually do not focus on the task on hand, you probably cannot perform the task as needed. And this information just came to us last Friday. I was very happy and really proud to let you know that our CC Game project has actually won silver in the e-learning award of the Reimagine Education Awards, an award put together by the QS agency as well as the Walton School of Business. So they call this the Oscar of Education Awards, and we actually won silver in the e-learning award. And here are our students, winning students. This young lady from Lady Dot College, winning in as one of the most value players. And these three individuals from Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Singapore, respectively, have won the 2019 tournament and joined our Lily conference in person. Of course, in 2020, the winning individuals all joined the conference online. So in the end, all the winning is because of the students. So despite the end of the funding we are moving forward, because when you actually have the infrastructure built, when you actually have things go in, and particular with COVID-19, we know that moving forward with gamification and collaborative learning across different culture is important. So we are actually running more, we will be running more e-tournament and relevant activities to promote student awareness on global issues. And we actually have developed together with PolyU, one of our partners, and another project in the same university, HKBU, we have developed a CC game SDG app. So from now onwards, when we run the tournament, it will be on an app on the mobile phones. And our plan is to actually organize more of these e-learning tournaments across. So please join us. We will actually inform you, and through Amal Jahi and also through Marianne College as well as Lady Dog College, please encourage your students to join us in our next runs. Now, I actually see a couple of chats in my in the chat room, because I also logged in as a participant to chat. But perhaps I should carry on and finish the other projects before we go to the chat and perhaps answer some of the questions. But if you have questions, please post them onto chat. Now, the next project is something very close to my heart. I have been working on academic integrity and ethics in teaching and also in research, using e-learning to help those, or without e-learning, for when I first became a faculty member. So it's not something that I just come up. Is actually, I've been working on this, and so to actually get this award from the UGC was really, well, first of all, got the project supported by the University Grants Committee, and then get the award. So these are my major partners. So perhaps it's easiest if I show you a video of what this is. Before we have COVID-19, we have already used augmented reality, using places around the campus that academic integrity issues may take place, and students will walk around the campus and go on to what we call an ethical trail, a trail of integrity and ethics, a time. So let me share the video with you. Okay. Can you hear the video? Can you hear the video? Can somebody tell me whether you can hear the video?
Yes, madam.
Thank you. So I will continue. So I think, if you like, this is probably a first version of our game.
This is Megan Jones from Aicera, here with Sanesh Rajapal from staff.
Whoops.
And we're welcoming you to our fourth and final of the 2020 Staff Aicera virtual workshop.
Sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, I'll go back there and share again. Okay. All right. So this is probably this is the first. You can call this. You may see this as a game as well. Students using their mobile phones, using their mobile devices, moving across the campus is almost like a treasure hunt. They move around, and then of course the pedagogy we use is actually situated learning. We just mixed the collaboration and the technology assisted augmented reality element into them. And by making use of case studies, we actually make sure that they are close to what they are like, and then the augmented reality really bring the actual visualization to the students. So we actually felt that our approach is actually very situated. It's realistic through augmented reality, and it's ethically focused and positively reinforced. Students discuss the things together. If they make it wrong, doesn't matter, we'll get an explanation, and then they can choose again. In a sense, what we're actually trying to do is to change student attitude so that they will modulate their behavior for ethical reasons. So that to us is really learning. If they think about it, reflect on the things, and perhaps change their behavior, that's learning. Now, we actually want, and we are not shy in claiming that this is probably a first pedagogy in the world, because we started our first trail in 2015. Now, I don't really know whether Pokemon Go was popular in India, but Pokemon Go came out in July 2016. It actually came out after our trail, but we are very thankful to Pokemon Go, because when our students played Pokemon Go and then they went on the trail, they said to us, wow, this is Pokemon Go, but very serious, on a very serious topic, innovative. We like this. So somehow the game element of Pokemon Go help us put this to our students. Furthermore, then in 2019, when we actually first have the unrest in Hong Kong, our classes were stopped. Then we have COVID-19, we actually have to move our trail from a physical one into online. So this is where how we actually move our trail online using Google Earth. This is the EduHK campus. Remember, it's a collaborative project, so we run the same trail but on different campuses. Now we go to our HKBU campus. So using QR code and the Google Earth, using QR code, we actually managed to get our students to go through our learning trail online. At the time, in September 2020, none of the students can come to campus. Our semester has to start, and with student orientation, they cannot walk through the campus. So we put them onto this Google Earth, and they loved it. They really did. We were very surprised that they love it so much. I have some data to show you later. Now we actually have a total of 12 physical trails. 6 of them were transferred onto virtual trails. And one of these physical trails actually took place in Silliman University in the Philippines. The United Board is a very good connection for us, and we work very closely with some United Board institutions. And before they shut down in March 2020, they have about 200 students went on the trail. But of course, in India, our good friend, Marian College, Kutikanam, through Dr. Banu Thomas, have been working with us on the virtual trail. So their student has gone on some of our virtual trails through using asynchronously, just a voice over PowerPoint to actually just learn the issues together. So I'm deeply grateful to our partners outside of Hong Kong for the project. So I mentioned that we actually collect data. One nice thing I like about e-learning and e-assessment is that the data is being collected as the student progress in the activity. So since they are using mobile phones or mobile devices, the click they do on the devices is being collected, and with the clicks, then we can analyze how do they actually answer the questions. In particular, look at plagiarism, look at data falsification. The answers are varied. That means that they have to think about it. We actually need to change or make the situation for citation and common knowledge and library resources more complicated, because we don't want things to be too easy. If it is too easy, they don't have to think. So forcing them to think. We also also with EduHK, they actually have a text mining system that we collect their reflection, both pre-trail and post-trail. And as you can see from this diagram, from this slide, the post-trail bubble is a lot larger, with more answers on virtuals, values and ethics compared to just on behavior. Before the trail, they're more talking about plagiarism, cheating, more abstract terms. But now when they actually, after the trail, they become more value-based in terms of honesty, respect for each other, responsibility, and fairness. So comparing notes. And of course, I mentioned just now that what happened when our students move from a physical trail to a Google Earth virtual trail when they have to go on their orientation. We found that 82% of the freshmen completed the activities and provided feedback. That's a new high to us. In the physical trail, the highest we reach is about 65 to 70%, but 82% in this freshman activity. And the response was very encouraging, helpful for me. They actually know more about HKBU, and they actually know about what to do when they encounter these problems. So all the more positive, despite the fact that they could not come to campus at the time. So we were really very happy to see those results. Now, as far as students as partners are concerned, one of the things that we do a lot really, and that's, we believe, helped us with our impact, is that we ask students to generate the scenarios for us. A lot of the scenarios on our ties, the different 12 ties, are actually created by students. So students know what their fellow students like and what they know, and so they created the stories for them. And we actually moved one step forward. We asked students, some of our students, to go into secondary school to teach ethics to secondary school children. And some of them will teach ethics to their hall and to their fellow students in the same discipline. So again, students helping other students to learn, major impact. And of course, from January 2015 to September 2020, we reached over 10,000 students. And I think I will let you know about our projection later on. And in terms of impact, we actually work with local schools, we work with local institutions. One of the institutions is the Independent Commission Against Corruption in Hong Kong. So they saw our trail, they came to us, and they wanted to add their case studies to our trail, because they have been working on this with students. And again, they used to come and give big lectures, which most students will fall asleep. So that's what they did. And internationally, apart from our United Board partners, we work with other institutions as well. So I think over the years, we have received quite a lot of awards, probably because this is such a topic that actually rings a lot of bells with people. And to us, it's actually means a lot to, not the awards itself, but means a lot to us because it means that it rings the bells with people. So over the next 3 years, we are continuing with the project, and we actually will expect to actually to actually impact another 25,000 students in Hong Kong and beyond. So I'm extending an invitation to you. After this, please contact us and let's work together to bring forth academic integrities and games, gamification to our students. One of the things that we have done is to make our project sustainable and scalable, because we have codified our practices, we have documented them, and we know that we can actually move our physical trail online with adaptation. So in the end, our hearts are in student learning. And we all know that we cannot just keep on telling them what to do. I have spent the past hour 40 minutes or so talking to you. And that's not the best way of doing things. We actually need them to touch things, to experience things. So that's why I'm actually spending more time. I hope to spend some time with you in questions and answers. I'm taking some lessons from our ancient philosopher, from Sun Tzu in China, and also from Benjamin Franklin in the West, about making students really experience. So with that, I want to acknowledge my colleagues who are on this journey with me in my own center, some references for you. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for this opportunity to share our experience with you. So with that, I would stop my sharing and return to questions and answers, discussions perhaps. Thank you. Hello. I hope we have some questions, or if you don't want to talk, please put them onto the chat. Hello there. Hello. No voice.
Lishanis, it's not audible.
Hi.
ഒന്നുകൂടെ ഒന്ന് ഊരിക്കുത്തി നോക്കി.
We have a colleague on the chat saying they can't unmute themselves. Maybe the host has to help unmute someone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Yes.
Participants, you can ask questions. You can unmute your mic.
Hello. Please unmute your mic and ask questions. Thank you.
If you can't unmute, you can post the question in the chat box.
I am sorry if if my talk has actually put you all to sleep.
No, ma'am.
But it's not engineering. I understand it's.
So nobody is having any.
Hi, Eva ma'am.
Hello.
I'm Josely, MCA student from Amal Jyoti. How do I benefit from entering into one of your projects?
Oh, as a student, I would say because we actually run the two projects, one of them is to actually work together with international teams. I would say that the benefit to students is that you would really work with someone or a group of individuals whom you have never met before, who are from other parts of the world, and everything is actually done online. So somebody asked me, this is a very good question, Jocelyn, but some student also asked me, does it happen in real life? Do you actually have to work with somebody that you don't know online? I would say yes, and it's not just because of COVID-19. I mean, COVID-19 has bring this more obvious because I worked with Dr. Joby Matthew. I worked with Dr. Benu Thomas before we actually met each other because we were all we were all working online. But even before COVID-19, very often we actually have to work together. So yes, I would say students will actually benefit with that. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any more questions?
Now, I have to say, because you are an engineering school, Amal Joshi, so I'm sure all of you are very more into the computer systems. Maybe you are more experienced in writing your augmented reality, writing your virtual reality, or even your big data system. Now, because we are working with when we work together with other colleagues, we are not necessarily working with people with such deep background into computer science and engineering. So we actually have to make use of what's available. So all the, as you can see, all for the two projects, the platforms are already built, and we actually make use of existing platforms together with other things. For example, in the CC game, the game platform, it's actually Pagamo. It's something that was built in Taiwan. And we make use of WeChat, WhatsApp, and also Moodle to get the students to work and communicate together. In the academic and integrity project, we make use of a trail program that was actually first developed in Singapore. Then we make use of that, and we actually built on top of that our own elements to collect the learning analytics, like the click stream, like the thing, to actually collect the data. So it's not so much the high power end of computer science, but more the collecting of data to ascertain learning.
hope the questions are over. Any more doubts? So shall we wind up this session? Okay. Thank you, Dr. Eva Wong, for an enlightening and entertaining presentation on deploying IT and e-learning to assist students attain attitudinal outcomes. We appreciate having this mysterious area clarified. We are so lucky to have a resource person like you, Dr. Eva, a renowned identity from the academic and industry area. Your presence and experience gave more meaning to it. Thank you so much. It was a really very relevant topic for the current situation of pandemic fear. We are sure that your well organized and well structured presentation hopefully meets the desires and expectations of young aspirants and researchers. I'm pretty sure that the precious knowledge and tips that ma'am gave us will definitely help us in our future. Dr. Riva illustrated the importance of student-centered collaborative learning, which was really informative. The collaborative learning is the need of the hour in the present pandemic situation, and ma'am made an outstanding comparison with prior and post-COVID pandemic projects. On behalf of my college and the entire management group here, I am expressing hearty gratitude to you for sharing graceful moments with us in today's session. All the participants of the meeting are inspired by your highly sparkling words. We appeal to your good self to please pay a visit to our institute on your visit to India to discover the treasure of potential engineers and enjoy the beautiful green campus of AJC. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you very much. I really look forward to visiting India, particularly because we have all, I think with Banu, we have already organized a trip back in March, but of course, it was all put on hold. So we are waiting for this pandemic to go away, and then I can visit with my colleagues to visit Kerala and your beautiful campuses. The PowerPoint is very large, so I will actually put it into a PDF and then send it to Dr. Juby, and he's welcome to distribute that to all the conference participants. There will be the URLs therein will be captured, and you are welcome to look at us. And please do contact us at Center for Holistic Teaching and Learning if you are interested to join in, whether with this one, with these two projects, or in the SPOX project, the Flip Learning project that Dr. Banu have actually coordinated in this semester. So I look forward to meeting more of you online. Thank you very much, and for the kindness and the honor bestowed on me. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And dear participants, feedback link will be shared in the Zoom chat window now. All are requested to fill the feedback form. Thank you.
I have another session at 2:30, and so I must need 2:30 because it's 2 o'clock in Hong Kong. So I must go and have some lunch and then have and organize and go to the next session, which is another workshop in my university on e-assessment. So hopefully I will see you again sometime during this day. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye-bye for now.